I just got out of the interview, and I wanted to give y'all a couple tips of trying to, you know what I'm saying, go in there and complete a successful interview. Number one, you know what I'm saying? First of all, your image is everything. How you go in there and how you look is everything. Remember that. So, like right now, I don't have no haircut. I gotta get a haircut, right? I went with the hat. The hat, it tip off some of that a little bit. So we ain't looking too shabby. You know what I'm saying? I could look a little, you know what I'm saying? I could have lined this up a little bit, but you gotta do what you can do with the time you got. You know what I'm saying? So hat, if not the hat, then make sure you're getting a nice line up, clean shave, right? You wanna make sure your clothes is pressed, right? I got the polo on, the 2-button up. I got black pants on. Very simple, tucked in, black belt. Very simple. You dig what I'm saying? Watch is just keeping it all black. Never go in there too flashy. I got a necklace on, but it's tucked. Don't want to go in there flashing like you know. It's not the club. It's not the club. You go in there and you be very professional, very presentable, like you going to Sunday dinner, like you going to church on Sunday. You ain't gotta have your church shoes on, but hey, that's a plus. Right? Number two, you want to smell good. You want to smell good. You want to smell good. I ain't saying you got to buy a $300 bottle of cologne. I ain't saying you got to do the $300 bottle of perfume. You got to have something in your arsenal, and that's really just on the regular. Even on your image, it's a regular, but you know what I'm saying? You go in there, you definitely want to set a good first impression. Me personally, I got Polo Black here. It's a nice, subtle fragrance. Not too crazy. I spray a little bit of that on, and I get to work, right? Number three, right? Let's get to how we speak to these people. When you walk in that door and you meet that gentleman or the woman who's interviewing you, firm handshake, not squeezing their hand off. Don't go get the squeezing the fingers up and crunching and dunching and bunching. Firm handshake. You know what I'm saying? And before we even get to the firm handshake, I'm going to roll it back a second. Lotion. For my good black people, for my good ashy black people, lotion up them hands. Lotion up them hands. Alright? Yeah, lotion that way. I did lotion my hands, but I washed them as well. So, you see what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you want to definitely lotion up, firm handshake, eye contact. When you go in there and make eye contact, you definitely want to make eye contact with your interviewer. You want to speak confidently. You want to speak certainly. You know what I'm saying? You want to definitely speak like you know what you're talking about. And if you don't know what you're talking about, tell them that. Tell them, hey, no, just like don't beat around the bush. Don't go try to make up some lie and make up. You know what I'm saying? And this is how you make up for not knowing exactly what they're referring to. So let's say, hey, like I just got out the interview and he mentioned some things that I didn't have experience in. And so, you know, I told him, I'm like, no, I'm not familiar with it, but I'm familiar with XYZ that is related to that field. So that kind of pulled me some points back in. Try to definitely keep your conversation cap on. You know what I'm saying? You definitely want to be very maneuverable when having these interview discussions and very open-minded to the topic that they're speaking on, because they might not be speaking directly to what you know. So just make sure you keep an open mind to what they're talking about, even maybe doing a little bit of research on what the job is before you go into there. Not just the application, but you know, researching what the job is, researching other people who reviewed that type of job. You know what I'm saying? It's like you do a little bit, the more knowledge you have going into it, the more you can play the game with them and potentially get the job, right? Number 4 is your posture. And your posture is important because your body language can say more than your mouth can say a lot of times. You know, if I'm sitting here and I'm like this in the interview, I'm slouchy back and I'm thinking I'm some cool guy in the interview. Hey, like this guy ain't here for business. He playing. He don't even respect even respect the interview itself. He don't respect the opportunity. You go in there and you sit up straight, back straight, you know what I'm saying? You got your shirt tucked. You got your shirt tucked, you got your chest poked out, you got your hands folded if need be. You know what I'm saying? I know when I talk, I use my hands a lot, so it kind of helps for the theatrics of when I'm speaking. It gets people more involved when I'm talking with my hands and I'm kind of laying things out like that. I see that it definitely intrigues people sometimes. So maybe to add that into your arsenal. I ain't saying throw your hands all around in the world, but it helps to pinpoint certain things that you're talking about, just how I'm doing right now. You see what I'm saying? It keeps people engaged, right? And it helps you talk with even more emphasis so that they can understand and feel what you're saying. You definitely want to be felt in these interviews. You definitely want to show number 5, which is confidence. You want to have a lot of confidence when you go into these interviews. You want to show that you're confident. You want to breathe that you're confident, and that you're confident in the information that you know, and that you're confident in your ability to do the job that you're coming to be interviewed for. You know what I'm saying? You definitely have to speak and sit or stand with confidence so that they can trust that, hey, this might be the guy for the job. This might be the guy for the job. You know what I'm saying? So definitely you want to go in there thinking clearly. You know what I'm saying? You definitely want to go in there thinking clearly, right? You definitely want to go in there being strategic. You definitely want to go in there being respectful. Being very, very, very respectful. Number 6, respect. Definitely number 6 is going to be respect, because respect is knowing what you're saying and knowing how to say what you're trying to say, if that makes sense to you. So just because I answer a question the way, like just regular, let's do this, right? Let's say, okay, are you able to fix a drain pipe? Yeah, of course I can fix a drain pipe. You could pop off just like that. You could say that. Is it respectful in the interview? No, it's not. Is it the manners you're supposed to be using in the interview? No, it's not. Have you fixed a drain pipe before? Yes, I have experience fixing drain pipes, and I also have experience installing drain pipes. I've installed drain pipes for this company. I've done general contracting and I was able to fix drain pipes in between 2014 and 2016 and XYZ. You know, however you put it together, but you deliver it sincerely and you deliver it confidently and respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're very composed, you know, in these interviews. And like I said, a lot of eye contact, a lot of confidence, you know, and a lot of focus and a lot of respect. And one more, I'll do this last one and I'll get up out of here for y'all. Gotta go hit this gym real quick, right? Which I feel like is not most important, but it is very important. You know what I'm saying? And that's your preparation for the interview. Not like I said earlier, not the research, but your mental and physical preparation, right? I woke up at 8 o'clock this morning. The interview was at 10. I woke up at 8, right? It's still kind of late, but hey, I went to bed late last night, right? But in that time, you want to make sure you're getting something on your stomach. You want to make sure you're drinking water. You're not putting no toxins in your body. Definitely not before the interview. You know what I'm saying? You know, you want to make sure that you're healthy, very healthy inside the body so that you can produce health outside the body, so you can project a healthy being, so that people can look at you and be like, oh, okay, he looks ready and set for the day. He came to give his best, you know what I'm saying, or she came to give her best. So you want to make sure that, 1, you're getting the right amount of sleep before you go into that interview. 2, nourish your body before you go into the interview a little bit. Drink some water, eat some fruits, eat some vegetables, and say, hey, I'm ready for the interview. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of affirmations, a little prayer to help get your mind focused and get you set for the day and set for the interview. Hey, man, that's all I got for y'all. And much love, much peace. Comment, like, and subscribe. Take this ride. You know what we doing. It's Brain Cycle. Peace.